A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here again back to this river with the part 2 of the story, as I told you last time, of the story that I started. So it's called River Kambet. It's a natural stream that flows from the highlands of Kisii and Baringo all the way to the Lake Victoria. It was formed around 2 million years ago, according to research, through the process of rainwater and runoffs from Nandi Hills and Kisii Highland channels. It was formed as a geological process and hydrological functions during those years. So my interest is in the part 2, the section of the river. The other time we walk all the way up to near the other mountain up, and today we are taking now the left part of it, as you can see. And we see the differences which the two parts has from this bridge. It's falling apart. I don't know how much time it has. The whole of it goes down. It continues expanding, and it's so deep. And where it has horror stories of death, and I'll tell you more. That one is like a fall, very deep one. When there is a lot of rain, you can't reach there. It becomes so deep. This is the African pool. Doesn't need to be treated. It flows naturally. The water is so natural and doesn't have any skin infect later. Let's follow it a bit down. I tell you about the horror stories that has occurred in this river over a period of time. And so today we are beginning this side, going all the way down, and you'll see how deep it is and very narrow. It narrows actually from here downwards. It narrows a lot compared to this side up, wide and deep as well, but this one is narrow and deep. Let's see. You see how it has begun to narrow down. Very narrow and very deep. There is a need for a lot of bridges to connect the two places. You can see there are homes around the river, homes around here, and even this side of the river, which means that the children from this side need to go to school of their choice, whether it's from the other side or this side, or they remain this side. So that one needs a lot of bridges, and I think that's the one thing that caused death sometimes back. Lack of proper bridges by then. Let's go and check how it looks from here. How deep or shallow it is from here. I'm afraid because I can't see the part I'm standing well due to the erosion from the other side, as you can see, and I can't see the part I'm standing, so that's very risky for me because I might be standing on the side maybe of which can fall anytime. But I hope to give you a glimpse. See, here is around maybe 50 meters, 60 meters down. Very deep. As you can see the trees have been planted here, a lot of them. Maybe that will protect the further soil erosion that might occur. You can see a lot of them here, which is a good sign for soil protection. Though the soil is not a loose one, it's very firm, but it's not rocky. It's more of a marram. The river still goes. A lot of birds there making a lot of noise. And here we believe that when birds are gathered together like that and making a lot of noise, there is either a snake or a wild animal around. So there, when you're walking, you need to be very, very careful. Maybe we'll spot one. either snake or a wild animal. So around this place used to have a wooden bridge that were put across, and was used by a lot of pupils who were studying, who are coming from this side studying the other side, and some more studying from the other side, coming from the other side studying this side. They were using the same bridge which was put here because it's a narrow one, a narrow place and very deep. As you can see, it's around 60 meters deep. It's around 60 meters deep. And this is the place that has the horror stories. As you can see, the other part almost falling. You see it's cracking. That means it can fall anytime, but I cannot see the side where I'm standing at, so I'll just give a story from a distance. So here, and this side is called Kajimbo. Those days they used to sell illicit brew, the illegal one. It's called Changa, that's the African vodka. I think by then a glass was going for 10 cents. So you find a lot of people were crossing from the other side all the way to this side to get the illicit brew. And while crossing the river, when they are drunk, some fell, so a lot of bodies were found here. So what is not known is whether these people were killed from somewhere else and brought here, or they died from the same spot, because it's the way deep it is. When you fall, trust me, you are gone. When you fall here, you are gone. Oh my goodness, and then I was standing, was so deep, as you can see. It's very, very deep, and the erosion continues. Erosion continues. So even the stray wild animals from around, homes around, let's talk of stray dogs, stray cats, were all brought into this river. Maybe cats will always find their way back, but dogs cannot climb anywhere. So that's the horror story behind this river here that tormented us when we were young. But I've heard that there is an improvement, and there is a newly constructed bridge to help the communities cut across. So we are going to that bridge to see how it is, and maybe how it has helped the community around to move on the two places, or maybe to connect the two places. Because this is Kajimbo, crossing over there is Kadianga. And as I told you in my part one, oh my goodness, it's so deep. As I told you in my part one, these two communities intermarry. Imagine coming from that home and you like someone from this home. You can marry her, or you can marry him. That's the beautiful story and culture of this place. As you can see, again it has widened here, maybe 60 meters deep, 70, don't know, but it's so deep. It has widened a bit. I told you from my part one of the video, you go and watch that. It's the same river that the African python that put Nyakach into the world or global map. The one which was not killed passed all the way to the Lake Victoria, where it settled until its death. I can see some beautiful bird nests. Yeah, very huge ones. This one. There is also another one here. There is another one here. They are so huge. And there is one down here. Oh. This is the newly constructed bridge. Actually, it's a metallic. The base is there, all the way to the other side of the river. So I think it's only meant for people who are walking and motorbikes. And that's what I was saying. Can you see that bag over there? That one over there, this one. And I'm sure that's a stray cat that someone brought in that sack and threw it there. Though maybe it didn't fall down, but there must be an awkward thing inside there. So you see the river from this side, how deep it is. Maybe 70 meters from here all the way down. Are you seeing? Maybe 70 meters deep. This is the downer side and this is the upper side. You see how deep it is? Very deep. So I'm told this one was built by the MP, and like I told you, there is a primary school over here, and there are a lot of pupils who are coming from this side. So it was constructed specifically for the pupils to find an easier way of moving all the way. You remember the first bridge we passed, the main one? That one was the first one they used initially, but it's too far. From there to here is quite a distance. And there was also a wooden one that I told you claimed a lot of lives over there. That one was also dealt with time. Then now this is the third one, which now connects the two places, and now it's still very new. Under the MP by now, when I'm shooting this video, is Adoma Owor. So thank you so much, guys. That was the short story of part 2 and the horror part of it. I'm winding this video here. So kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.